So today we are going to discuss cross product of two vectors. So heading is cross product of two vectors. It is also called vector product. Last time we have studied about A vector dot B vector. Today we will study A vector cross B vector. So this is called cross. I think all of you know that. Last time we studied that if I write A vector dot B vector, it is AB cos theta. Now I am going to study about A vector cross B vector. So it will be equal to what? It will be A का magnitude, B का magnitude into sin theta. The new parameter comes is n cap. Where n cap is the unit vector, listen carefully bache, n cap is a unit vector which is perpendicular to the vector A vector and B vector and gives the direction of resultant. It gives the direction of resultant. So this can be found with the help of your right hand palm rule. This is called A vector, this is called B vector. Let us suppose I want to find A cross B. This is a right hand. So right hand says A cross B. A cross B, B in this side. So the resultant will be upward. फिर से देखना बच्चे, ये right hand side है, इसको A to B ले जाओ. This thumb will give you the direction of the resultant. But if I find B cross A, अब मेरा B से नीचे की तरफ चला गया, then it will be downward. So when you are going to find A cross B, then it will be upward direction. It means from this concept is clear that A vector cross B vector is not equal to B vector cross. So this concept is clear that A vector is not. So remember this one, that cross product is not commutative. This property is called commutative property. Cross product is not commutative. So remember this one. So let us move further. One thing is clear once again, A cross B is equal to A B sin theta into n cap. Now if there are two cases, if theta I take 0, then sin 0 will be 0. It means A vector cross B vector is equal to, it means for two non-collinear vectors, cross product is always 0 since these vectors are parallel. If I take theta 90, now sin 90 is 1. In that case, A vector cross B vector will be equal to A का magnitude, B का magnitude, sin 0 is 1 into n cap. From this we can find n cap will be equal to A vector cross B vector divided by A into B. Another important thing that I want to discuss, third point, that if two adjacent vectors represent two sides of a parallelogram, this is A vector, this is B vector, I want to find then its area of this triangle, this parallelogram. Then area of parallelogram is equal to what? It is equal to A vector cross B vector, then its magnitude. So remember this one. This is a very important beta that will come. Similarly, if the instead of this, these two sides are the triangle A vector and B vector, now its area will be equal to, area of a triangle will be 1 by 2 A vector cross B vector and its magnitude divided by 2. This is only possible if A vector and B vector is given to you that these represents the two adjacent sides of a triangle as well as parallelogram. Next point you have to remember that if you want to write the unit vector perpendicular to A vector and B vector, perpendicular to the plane containing a vector and b vector will be, so we already done the definition of unit vector, vector divided by its magnitude. So these are some of the formula that I will use in solving the numericals. Let us start with the unit vectors cross product. Unit vector cross product. So when I start with the unit vector cross, the first question come I cross I. So I cross I का magnitude 1, I का magnitude sign, both are in same direction 0. Once again बच्चे A, B, A का magnitude, B का magnitude, sin theta. Since I and I both are in same direction, so theta will be 0 बच्चे. So I cross I will be 0, J cross J will be 0, K cross K will be 0. But you know that in case of dot product it was different. It was I dot I1, J dot J1, but here it is different. Now let us find cross product of unit vector. Now it is I cap cross J cap. So pay attention, it is a little bit different. Now I cap is 1, J cap is 1, sign. Now you know that in case of I cap and J cap, I is along x-axis, J is along y-axis, K is along z-axis, z-axis, x-axis and y-axis. Now you want to find I cap cross J cap, so it will be sin 90 into, there was another written n cap. Pay attention vache. What was n cap? N cap is a unit vector which is perpendicular to both the vector containing I cap and J cap. Now what is a perpendicular vector to both these? Both these perpendicular vector is k cap. So instead of n cap, here I will write k cap. It means one concept is clear, that I cap cross J cap is not equal to 1, but it is equal to k cap. Similarly, if I go for J cross K, it will be I cap. If I goes for I cross K, J cross I, J cross K is equal to minus I, and if I go for J cross I, it will be equal to K. So how to remember all these? Sir, क्या आएगा? उसके लिए what will you do? You draw a circle right here, I, J, K. If you are going to this side, then take positive. If you are moving anti-clockwise, then take it negative. Then I cross J is equal to what? K. I cross J is equal to K. What will be J cross K? I. This is the method to learn. I cross K. I cross K minus J. Anti-clock हो गया ना बच्चे. So when it will be anti-clock, you will take the negative sign. So this rule you have to remember. One thing is clear, that I dot I is 1, but I cross J is not 1. I cross J is equal to K. This is the important thing. Next we come the cross product of a rectangular system. Rectangular coordinates. Let us suppose a vector is given to you 2i, a1i plus a2j plus a3k, and b vector is equal to b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Now you want to find a vector cross b vector. So what will be a vector cross? To solve this, what will you do? You will draw two lines, and then here you will write I cap, J cap, I cap, J cap and K cap. First was the A vector, second was B vector. So you will write the coefficient of I, coefficient of J, coefficient of K. So here you will write, it will be A1, A2, A3. Similarly for second vector B, you will write B1, B2 and P3. So just see, so first I written A vector and then I written B vector. Now how to solve? First you will mark this as a I cap, then, so let us find. Now you can see, if I look at this, जिस साइड पे आई आ रहा है उसको अपने हाथ से इमेजिन करो कि वो लाइन हमें नजर नहीं आ रही. you are able to see only four numbers: 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So this multiply by this minus this multiply by this, a2 b3 minus b2 a3. So I cap will be a2 b3 minus a3 b2. Clear? Now minus j cap. The important thing, when you solve this, this will be plus, this will be negative, but this will be again plus. So minus. Now you will circle this one. Now you circle j cap. Again let us close this one. Again you are able to see four number: 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So a1 b3 minus b1 a3. So answer will be a1 b3 minus b1 a3, bracket close, plus j cap. Okay, third one j cap, sorry k cap, again close. You are able to see again four number: 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, a1 b2 minus b1 a2. So it will be a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this would be your answer, bache. This will be your answer, that a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This is your answer. So let us try to understand with an example that a cap is given to you in the question: I cap plus j cap minus 2k cap, and b vector is given to you 2i minus j plus 3k cap, and you want to find a cross b. So how you will solve? Very easy, which you will write here I cap, j cap, k cap. As I told you, first will be a cross b. So 1 1 minus 2, 2 minus 1 3. Now to solve this, you will write I cap. Then again look at this, four numbers are visible. This multiply minus this. So 3 into 1 3, minus minus plus, again minus 2, then minus j cap, again four numbers. So 3 plus 4, so it will be 3 plus 4 plus k cap, minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2. So after solving, get I cap minus 7 j cap minus 3 k cap. This is the answer. This is the answer. So similarly, you can, this was the a cross b. If a student, sir, I want to calculate b vector cross a vector, no problem. What he will do, he will write I cap, j cap, k cap. Now first we will write b vector 2 minus 1 3, and then we'll write 1 1 minus 2. Now if you solve, you get I cap 2 minus 3, j cap minus 4 minus 3 plus k cap 2 plus 1. So if I solve it, I get it comes out to be minus I plus 7j plus 3k. And if I take negative common, I get a minus 7j minus 3k. If I take negative common, I get this. Look at this. Look at this answer. Same. But there is a difference of negative, that a cross b, b cross a, magnitude may be same, but direction will be opposite. Direction will be opposite. Now let us solve another numerical, that in which a vector is given to me I cap minus j plus 3k cap, and b vector is given to me 2i plus j minus 2k cap. And question come, find a unit vector perpendicular to these two vectors. So it means I want to find a vector cross b vector divided by magnitude of a cross b. So question is, find a unit vector perpendicular to a vector and b vector. So very easy. Let us find first a cross b. You know that I cap, j cap, and then k cap. So you will write 1 minus 1 3. Here I will write 2 1 minus 2. Okay. So let us solve. So I cap, so it will be 2 minus 3 minus 1, 2 minus 3, j cap minus j cap, minus 2 minus 6 minus 8, Look at this, minus 2, minus 6, minus 8, plus k cap, 1 plus 2, 3. So after solving, I get A vector cross B vector will be equal to what? It will be equal to minus A plus 8J plus 3K cap. So this is the answer. Let us go further. Now I have to find the magnitude of these two vectors. Very easy to find the magnitude. When you find the magnitude with the coefficient of I ka square minus 1 ka square, coefficient of j ka square 8 ka square, coefficient of k ka square 3 ka square. When you solve, you get it comes out to 18864 339. So after solving, 94 will be answer. Therefore, question was find a unit vector. So answer will be minus a plus 8j plus 3k divided by under root 94. So you note one or two things. First, note that this is not commutative. Already I proved the property that a vector cross b vector is not equal to b vector cross a vector. So cross product is not commutative. Already I proved it is not commutative. Second property you have to remember that a vector cross b vector cross c vector is not equal to a vector cross b vector cross c. It means what? It means it is not associative also. Not associative. But if I go for distributive, so it is distributed over addition. That is a vector cross b vector plus c vector is equal to, answer is same, that a vector cross b vector plus a vector cross c. So it is distributed, but only for addition distributed. So remember these three properties. Second note you have to remember, if you want to find the scalar projection of a vector on b vector, then you will solve this a vector dot b vector divided by magnitude of b. But if you want to find vector projection, if you want to find the vector projection of a vector on b vector, in that case the answer will be a vector dot b vector a vector dot b vector, then bracket, then b vector divided by magnitude ka square. So these are the sum of formulas which you will use in solving the numericals. Thank you very much.